So today is the 3rd of February, second day of the Chinese New Year, and I'm pleased to have so many YouTube friends visiting the nursery. It's a nice spring-like day. So we have a very special person right in the middle. Matthew, is his birthday. I won't say which year.
No, we won't go there.
Special birthday.
We have a second birthday, we found out as well.
Really?
I was 60 yesterday.
Oh,
40 and 60. So it's,
okay. Happy birthday. So we've got something to celebrate. So all these lovely people have come from quite far, and I'm now going to do one of my impromptu videos, and we'll take you to the back greenhouse and I'll explain to you what we have in store for you. Okay, so we'll go. So it's one of those situations where I started doing some work or some analysis for Matthew here, and I was in two minds whether to carry on or to proceed, but this situation is typical of many of the problems that people design problems that people bring to me. And I always kick myself when I've done it. I said I should have videoed it, because there is so much to share and learn from this process. Now what I have here, Matthew can tell us about it. This is a Berberis. You tell me the history of this tree, what you've been doing to it.
absolutely. So the Berberis I've had for about a year and a half now, I would say. When I got it, it was about this big, and it was in a pot that deep. And I, of course, took it out, trimmed as much off of the roots as possible, and then took the top off, quite literally, on some advice from a bonsai friend, and then just waited.
Okay.
And then over the space of the next year and a year and a half, all these little shoots have started emerging, but I haven't done anything too drastic.
So all these shoots have been produced in the last year, so it's
Yes.
very good, very, very good. So you did all the right things, and your basic principles and understanding has been perfect. And now the more difficult thing is design options. I think understanding design comes with experience. The more you do, the more you will understand. But what you've done so far is really excellent. And if I can show you what I have already done with Matthew's permission, he has now decided to use this as the front. If you look at it from this side, you will see this is the front of the tree. It has like two trunks, and one branch was coming in, then there was another branch coming right in like this, which was annoying me, so I got that out. I cut that off straight away. That didn't look right. And there was another branch that I cut off, which was here. This was also growing inwards. It was growing inwards. So if we can look at the camera from this lower angle, see, it was coming inwards, breaking the line. So these were the two little branches I took off, and I didn't proceed any further. What is very interesting about this tree is if you look at the different sides, if we look at the tree low, that sort of angle, this has been chosen as the front, with this trunk here, that trunk there. So it's got like two trunks. And Matthew pulled this branch down to flatten it. And this is why the guy wire here is used. I've taken it off because I felt that if you wanted to make a bonsai, it could be more of a triangular shape. I didn't like these ingrowing branches, growing inwards I didn't like. And the angle of the tree should have been potted something like this. Let me just undo the wire and take the tree out of the pot. I can show you. Simply by tilting it at a different angle, the tree will look quite good. Look, the roots are ever so good, so you're obviously doing a lot of things right. So just tilting it, if you were planting it at this angle, let's show you. Tilting it more like this, you can see the trunk is more visible like this. So this would be much better. And if it was my tree, there's still some things which annoy me. This inward coming branch is not quite right. I would take that off. I would also take this off. This is assuming you want to use this as the front of the tree. Every tree has more than one possible front or back, so there are always many options for the tree. I noticed that the root base is very nice. Now, looking at the tree from this side, if we look at it from this side, this is also a possible front. like this, because it's got a nice trunk line. But if you use this as a front, this whole thick trunk should come off. If I were to use this as the front, this is also a possibility, like so. It's got a lovely line there.
That was
And
my
then-
original front.
That was your original front. Okay. I can see why you didn't want to use it, because most people, I don't like to use the term, they are very greedy, you know, they want to use as much as possible. So I think you said that, why spoil this, because it's got a lovely second trunk here, let's use the two. I think that may have been your thinking. But as a nice bonsai, I would prefer to use this as the front, so that you have this beautiful trunk line and just a single trunk without that thing at the back. If I bring a little piece of paper or plastic bag, I will show you the famous bag trick. If we hide that back trunk, that means before I cut it off, there's no choice. If I kept it the two trunks, I would, can I do this? I would take this off because it's coming inwards. I would also, that's too thick a branch. I would prefer to grow thin branches.
Yeah.
Okay, so I would do that. So that has made the tree smaller. In bonsai, we're creating small trees, not big trees. But I still prefer this as the final design of the tree.
Yeah, I
That-
think that works better for me actually.
Okay.
Seeing it like this now, you know, with the bag, it's like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
I can see that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you can have the pleasure of cutting this off.
Yeah.
Cut it off gradually. There you go.
Oh, my dear.
Okay.
It's your birthday.
Fortune favours the bold, hey?
With these secateurs,
Okay.
I christened this bonsai.
Yeah, that's it. On my 40th birthday. Hey.
I've not had such a happy.
Okay, but no, I can see that now. I can see that now.
You can see it. See now, but that is not the end of the story. Tell me what else needs to be trimmed. Let's see your design eye.
So if I'm looking at this as the front,
Yes.
I'm seeing that there's a bit of overlap between these two, potentially. So it could be that that could just be maybe wired out so it's a bit more even.
Let me give you.
This is coming forward.
That's okay. Do you
Okay.
think this, in my opinion, is a bit too long?
Yeah.
Again,
So if we're
if
looking
I
at
were
the overall,
to, yeah, the triangular shape, that may be better like that. You see? So this back trick is very useful like that. You see? Before
Yeah.
cutting it, do you, with or without, like going to test your eyes, with or without. You see, like that.
yeah, come in one more time.
You can tell him, you know, if
I
you
can see.
prefer
No,
it
no, no,
the
no,
other
no,
way.
no, no, definitely. I think it brings it. It does bring it in actually
Yeah.
without, doesn't it?
Yeah, without. Okay. Now
Makes
you,
it more compact.
now you
Yeah.
cut that off. You can use the branch cutter and just cut.
You know they're going to grow again.
You ready? You ready?
That's the beauty of bonsai. You go again.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hey!
Okay.
There we go. Okay.
All right, now we're getting somewhere. Now it's a lovely tree. Now it's lovely. Now, see the. Usually, I prefer moss to grow naturally to show the base. You see the nebari of the roots are so beautiful there, and the roots are very strong. Berberis is a very vigorous species. I did look at this pot, but this one of our new pots was far too big for this tree.
Especially
That's
off
far
the
too
trim,
big.
yeah.
Far too big. Even this is far too big. So we have to find the right pot. Okay, we stop it for a while. Okay.
Is that a video?
Okay, so we've now got the root ball like this, so the tree looks like this with a beautiful nebari. And as I said, this pot is far too big, however nice it is, beautiful Yixing pot. But more to proportion would be, I think, this or this one. We will try. But I'm really pleased that there's such a lot of lovely fine roots. Very healthy tree, so you've been growing it extremely well. Now, because this was the front, the tree was going that way, but if we are going to make this the front, I've got to take some of the roots off from this side.
Yeah.
So,
See, this is the area I'm always nervous about working on roots.
yeah.
So,
Okay, so see, there's such a lot of root you don't have to worry about.
okay.
I always think of cutting root is like cutting hair.
Yeah.
See, some of the original soil is there. But all these are lovely, healthy roots. Really lovely roots, look at that. And because you've got so much fruit, you can cut some of this off as well. That won't harm the tree at all. And now we're into February. February is the ideal time for repotting. Absolutely ideal time for repotting.
Ah, how do you know?
So you do need to see this.
It looks better in a smaller pot, doesn't it?
Yes.
It wouldn't be that bold. No.
It's all about proportion.
Yes.
Remember, small is beautiful.
Yeah.
Although I grow very big trees, but small trees are also very beautiful. And because it's going that way, I can put it slightly off center.
It's transformed, isn't it? Completely transformed.
That's beautiful.
Okay, so that is what the
Oh, yeah.
tree is going to be like.
Amazing.
You'd never put it in such a small
No,
pot.
no, I was like, how on earth are you
Yeah.
gonna? Yeah.
What would you prefer? I think the oval pot
I
is
quite like the oval.
softer, and also this is a red leaf berberis, so the red leaf will contrast nicely with the blue color. These little twigs we can shorten a bit. The more you trim, the more twigginess you will develop. So this coming year you're going to get more twigs. So don't be afraid to trim the ends all the time.
To trim it throughout the year.
So
yeah.
I'm not going to do it. I think we can now just finish off the repotting and just show the surface roots or the nibari. So that is your new tree. So there you are.
Thank you so much.
Let's have a picture with Matthew.
Wonderful.
Oh,
Look at that.
it's lovely.
Your birthday present.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Fantastic. Thank you.
Thank you.